Like I said, those 4 saves won 1 or 2-1 ball games. Great job, son. I truly felt like I had the best coaching staff there. And without a doubt, I couldn't have done this without Mike Gerkins and Paul Emerson. I mean, it would show on the field. We were always on the same page. Never once did we disagree with each other. Never once did we second guess. It was always, we're in it together. We had the same thoughts. If one of us had a fault, we all jumped in. It was unbelievable. I'd also like to thank Daniel Strickland. Daniel's also a part of our staff who kept the book for us. For those of you that were not there, as Mike mentioned to the moms and dads and grandparents that will be there, a lot of times we would look at Daniel and say, Daniel, where'd he hit the ball? Where'd he hit the ball? Come on, Daniel, let me know. And Daniel's trying to jot down the previous play at the same time, flip back 2 pages or whatever and say, you know, he went 5-3, 2-3 or whatever. So, Daniel, I appreciate everything you did for us. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your 2010 Southern Pitt Southeastern Regional Champion. I'll go last.
All right. I'm going to let him talk about what touched probably both of us the most, being longtime coaches and having older kids that have played a lot and gone through some of the same things. And Paul is going to make sure that he tells about something that really fired these boys up championship day. So what was I going to talk about? We'll talk about Southern Pitt pride. When we got to that tournament as coaches and as Daniel and Tony, a lot of the parents, a lot of the moms have played a lot of ball. When you see the other teams walk in at that opening ceremony or that check-in, you immediately start sizing the players. Who's athletic? Who's fast? Who's this? Who's that? And by the time you leave, you have formed an opinion of the top 4 teams. We formed an opinion after they did that night they did what they called a skills contest. We hadn't touched on that. They had 4 events, and we got first and second. First in one event and second in another event. Out of the 4 events, we brought home 2 of the 8 trophies with all those teams. Robert Rapp, Austin Strickland, and Nick Gerkins won first place in the throwing for distance and accuracy from center field. And Cam Andrews won second place in the home run derby. But you immediately start sizing them teams up. By the end of that skills competition, we had 4 teams that we felt like would be in the Final 4. 3 of those 4 made it to the Final 4. And everybody, by the time we played Alabama and we beat them 3-1, and they saw how athletic Alabama was, the tournament director, who was a lady from Tennessee that really was done a great job, she looked right at me one day and said, Alabama's the sleeper. I said, no, Alabama ain't the sleeper. Alabama just come up short on the end of a very good game. They're a very good team. They'll be back. That's who we had to play for the championship. But by the end of the 3rd day, we've played 2 ball games, and people will start coming up talking to us saying, y'all got a class act. Y'all got a class act. Parents in the stands, blowing whistles, shaking rocks, turning, blowing horns. Our fans did none of that. We cheered for our team only. We cheered for our team in a positive manner. and it showed. By the end of the 4th day, coaches were coming up congratulating us. Southern Pitt, you got a great team. We're going home. You got a great team. We feel like you'll win it. By the end of the tournament, the umpires, we walked up to shake their hand and thank them for a great job. And they said, no, thank you for bringing a class act. You deserve to be here. And thank you. In 1974, yeah, y'all go ahead and start figuring. I'm 45 years old. In 1974, I started playing for Southern Pitt baseball. And I played for Southern Pitt for 4 years. And I have always instilled in this group right here, if you're going to do it with class. And all these young ones right here, if you're going to do it, and you're going to wear that uniform that you got on so proud, and that hat that you got on so proud right now, that you should be proud of, wear it with class. And do it with class. And let your parents do it with class. In the championship game, Alabama was loud. Oh, God, they were loud. Give credit where credit's due. They took these 11 ball players out of their element. They, in my opinion, owned us championship games. My wife will fuss with me about that. But they owned us championship game. They were loud, they were screaming, the fans never stopped, the players never stopped, and they beat us 2-1. We come back that next day, and our fans never said nothing negative. Our fans never once said anything derogatory to their fans. They never used anything other than their mouths, and they completely drowned it out, Alabama. You could not hear it. And I don't have to say this to this group, but I'm going to say it to this group. If you're going to wear that shirt, do it with class. Thank you.
As Mike just got through mentioning, the Alabama crowd was very loud. Tuesday night, Monday night, like you said, I think they took us out of our game a little bit. We were bound and determined that wasn't going to happen Tuesday. What I'd like to talk about is a couple things that the Alabama crowd did. I don't want to be like I'm trying to get back at them or anything like that, but it wasn't done in poor sportsmanship. But on our side, Tuesday morning, the game was delayed 1 hour because they had a lot of rain the night before. Instead of 10 o'clock, we played at 11 o'clock. Evidently, it was too late to call the driver of their white limo that dropped them off at the game prior to playing us to get it changed. So everybody, all of our fans, parents, grandparents, players, coaches, saw those boys climb out of that white limousine like they had just won the World Series or whatever they were thinking they won. Really sparked these kids here. They saw it. Something inside them said, maybe if we win, we'll get to ride in a white limousine. So that started the day. The boys, when we took infield practice, we took BP that morning. You could tell the focus in their eyes. They knew what we were there to do. They knew that Alabama took it to us the night before, and they weren't going to let it happen Monday or Tuesday at the championship game. One other thing that kind of sparked them before the game, when we were down on a different field, taking our batting practice and our infield practice and outfield practice, that kind of stuff. Evidently, Alabama brought some dirt from Alabama, sprinkled it on each base, sprinkled it on the mound, and on home plate. We didn't see that as a team, but we were told when we got back to the field, again, that was just one more thing that worked to their disadvantage. It fired these boys up, made them want to beat Alabama even more and bring home the Southeast Regional Championship for Southern Pitt. And that's the story of really Tuesday, what really got everybody pumped up, fired up, got the blood going, and went out and took care of business on Tuesday morning.
to tell you what Mike was about to tell you a while ago, but I told him today I wanted to tell him. When you arrive there, you take your state flag. You can picture all around the outfield or poles that are probably about 6 foot, maybe 7 foot up in the air. And each one of the states that the team is from is flying a flag. So you got Alabama over here in right field, and Virginia, Tennessee, North Carolina, all Florida. North Carolina happens to be in left field, and Alabama happens to be in right field. Well, as the games go along and a team drops out, the flag comes down. Give them back to the team, and they take it back home. On Monday night, 2 flags flying. North Carolina, Alabama. The United States flag is flying about as high as our flag is flying.
Oh.
You know, that night, not a flag didn't come down. Tuesday morning, we get there, we play.